Many folks are totally frustrated by spending way too much money, way too much time on their laundry. Let's talk about laundry today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode on this channel, the Save Money More with Jan channel. How you doing today? Hope that everybody is doing well. It's laundry day for many people, and many times people kind of sort of dread doing it. They put it off, they put it off. It starts off as a little pile, then it grows into a medium thing. Then all of a sudden it takes over the whole day. Oh no, you don't want to do that. But that's a good talk for another show. And that's a talk about procrastination. Procrastination helps no one. It just delays the pain. I'm just saying. But let's talk right now about saving a couple of bucks or two whenever possible, which is always a good thing, right? Especially people of the frugal community. Just saying, just saying. One of the common things that people think about is their laundry detergent itself. Does it pay to go for the better quality one and use less of it? Or does it pay to make your own? I'm somewhere tossed in between because, like, sometimes people say no, no, no to making your own. But you know what? If a person has, let's say, a person with allergies in their family and they know how to put a good laundry detergent together, minus the allergens that bothers the person in their family, to me, that sounds like something that is worth it. And if that's something you do and it works for you, then I say kudos, go for it. But I also believe that for those that don't, have that opportunity to, make their laundry detergent or whatever, it does pay to get the better, in my opinion, to get the better quality laundry detergent that you use a lot less of. And let's talk about that for a second. Even Steve Young from the Everywhere with Steve Young 74 channel mentioned not long ago on his own channel to use less than the manufacturer suggests. Lots of times, manufacturers suggest use a lot more of things in general in life than is really needed. So use your own discernment with that. So that's my opinion when it comes to laundry detergents. We could talk more about that at another juncture. All right. So having said that, now, the next one has to do with water temperature. Some people think that the only way that clothes become clean in a laundry is by using warm or hot water. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I'm just explaining in my own situation. I have actually used cold water many times in washes, and the dirt comes still right out. So that's the way it's been for me. You know what it is too? It's actually about the agitation of the clothing. Are your clothing getting enough agitation in that cycle of the laundry? That's really, really important. So that's debatable. But to use cold water cuts down on your energy bill. And it also, they say it's a lot better on your clothing to use cold water, cool water in your wash. That's what they say. You know what? It does make logical sense too. Think about like how much a hot water or very warm water could do to the fabric. I don't know. Just a thought, just a thought, just a thought. And another less commonly explained idea is to maybe not wear your clothes and then 2 seconds later throw it in the wash. Now, a lot of people do that to avoid the dreaded pain of hanging up their clothing again or putting it back in the drawer. I mean, if you wear something and you're not digging a ditch, it's not a like ultra hot day, you only had it on a couple of hours and it's still pretty much fresh. All you have to do is hang it up in the air and it'll be totally fine. You get to use it another time. But to wear something like very short period of time and just throw it into the hamper, I don't know. Sometimes people just give themselves a lot extra work. And that also reminds me of another thing that a lot of times people do. Instead of washing full loads of laundry, okay, it's better to wash a full load of laundry once every few days as opposed to multiple half and half loads of laundry. Yes, of course, there's always some outside noise. Sorry about that. The joys of city life. I'm just saying. No, but honestly, people too frequently, what they do is they do little half loads of wash, and it just doesn't add up to anything but extra time, effort, energy, and eventually cost too. but I do believe in getting the better quality detergent, and just using a lot less because you just don't need all that much. Let's talk about drying clothes, for example. Optimally, the best way, in my opinion, again, opinion, is the old fashioned way to air dry your clothes. Now, does everybody have access to a clothesline? Years and years ago, even in the middle of the city, people were still able to line dry their clothing out of their windows across. They would be strewn across the buildings and people would share their lines even back in the day, like about 100 years ago. But because of fire concerns, fire hazard concerns, or fire escapes and things of that nature, then it became not possible in at least this particular city, that's for sure. But back in the olden days, anybody had line dryer access. But even if you live in the city and you still want to air dry your clothing, strong suggestion, go out there and get yourself one of those. I call them crisscross rack. But those racks, those like standalone racks that you could buy them for like 25, $35. Some of them are made out of wood, some of them are made out of stainless steel. They're very handy, perfect for apartment life, perfect for anybody, for example, even in an RV, just like set it up right outside of your, where you are, and then just put your stuff on there, and it's handy dandy. It folds up and you could take it with you wherever you go. So air drying, line drying clothes is the optimal best, in my opinion. Let me know what you think about laundry saving, money saving tips and tricks. But one of the things that people really, really, in my honest opinion, so long, getting back to procrastination for a second, that they really let their laundry pile up to the hilt. It is, I mean, sometimes it's inevitable. Let's say a family member is home and they're unwell, they normally take care of the laundry or whatever, and then it, piles up. I get that. I get that. But putting off things, it's just, sometimes, many times it has its devastating effects later on. It really does. The same rule applies to dishwashers. Sometimes people don't put enough stuff in their dishwasher and right away they run it thinking they're, doing themselves a favor. Just wait a little while, load it up a little more, load it up to when it's well loaded up. So that theory actually applies to same as with dishwashers as with when you're doing your laundry. Well, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate everybody's time. As always, I wish everybody an amazing, fantastic day. Don't forget to click like, share, and consider, well, you know the drill, subscribing. Take care.